Sign up today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon, folks. Welcome to the September 8th, the terrific Tuesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hope you had a terrific weekend. Let's make sure we have a terrific Tuesday. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here, but much, much more important than that, during this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. You can dial on in, 877-927-6648. If you can't dial in, we've got you covered there, too. You can let those fingers do the walking. Go ahead. Send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. And, of course, in our Tiger's Den, well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on Terrific Tuesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Right now, we got all the indices trading to the downside. The Dow's off 383, the S&P 62, the NASDAQ 383, the Russell 16, the semis are off 62, so plenty to look at there. Spot volatility trading out at 31.77, up a buck. Gold's up $8. Silver's up 24 cents. Light sweet crude is off 31 cents, 13 pennies to the downside for natural gas. 30-year Treasury's up nearly 1 point. It's up 30 seconds, trading out at 176.11. My screen on the bottom is broken with regard to what's trading the upside and downside, at least to the upside. To the downside, looks like Amazon may be leading things down, off $101 dollar-wise. Tesla's off 73, but let's forget about that because it's a little bit jumbled out here. So let's begin by taking a look at what are the markets doing. Let's go take a look at it short-term time frame. No, you know what? Let's go back to what I threw out there, what I discussed during the break. So this is kind of one of those things, those of you that watch sports over the weekend or something like that, this is one of those time periods, well, I don't know if it'll turn out like this, where the commentator comes on and he says, you know, whoever it might be that's putting, hasn't missed a putt under, call it 10 feet in 3 years. And then, of course, that very next putt, what happens? Breaks the string. Okay, so what is Stevie talking about? Well, if we take a look at Friday's action, now even price action today inside the spot volatility, it's going to generate a valid TD9 count top out here. The high must occur on bars 8 and 9 or the bar following 9. Well, at this stage here, today's going to be bar number 9. It's lower low than Friday's high, but that's the highest of this count period, so that's going to qualify for a TD9 count. Now, okay, so you've got that. But what has it meant in the past? Here comes the old putter analogy, so to speak. And as we take a look at that, this is the putter analogy. So over the last 3 years, the TD9 count pattern, every time would be 5 times. This doesn't happen that often in the spot volatility index, where you have 9 consecutive closes where each close was above the close 4 bars earlier. But we do have that in place right now. In each of those other instances, they led to, at a minimum, a 2 or 3 day rally inside the S&P 500. So will this time be any different? Only if Stevie put the so-called putter hex, which I don't think I did. But we're going to find out soon enough. So if you're short the markets and you know this, and you know this is the pattern that's in play for the last 3 years, what are you going to do about it? That's really the question. Now, let's go take a look at the short-term time frame charts, because if we're going to see some types of changes in trend, we're going to see them in the short-term time frame first. I don't know what short-term time frame that might be. So the 30-minute, a 60-minute, a 120, a 240, a 300. Well, 300 is really not too short-term out here. Let's just take a look at the 30-minute time frame. No one will argue that the NQ has been leading things to the downside. So that's the weak indice out here. So we've got to really go take a look at it to try to answer that question. And voila, what did the NQ do? Well, just as, whoops, I guess the NQ disappeared. Let's try it this way. Oh, did I really do that? Son of a gun. You thought I was going to say something else. Not a chance would I say something else. I'd get, my blank in a ringer, whatever that might be. Where did I put that? Give me a minute here, folks. Sorry about that. I got to see if I can find it. Or did I really do that? Oh, be it. Huh. Try this right here real quickly. That's not it. Give me one more. I'm going to have to, sorry about that, because it's really important and integral to what we're going to, here we go. Got it back. Okay. So here is the 30-minute chart for the NQ. Now, what we can see out here early this morning, price was pushing lower, doing less relative energy. That pattern began, it looks like, at about 9 o'clock this morning. And he had a nice little bull sash candle that confirmed that bottom. Then we saw at the market open between 9:30, 10 o'clock, we saw another push lower, but then we saw that bullish reversal candle. What the NQ on a 30-minute time frame chart is communicating to us is that it has that bottoming pattern that we need to see. That goes along with the S&P, the spot volatility index. So the bottoming pattern is already in play. So this is going to suggest out here that there's an A to B equals C to the upside. I can't draw that in on this charting package right now, but your A point is this morning's low on the 10 o'clock bar. The B point is out here at the 11 o'clock bar. Your C point at this stage here is the noon low out there. So there should be an A to B equals CD to the upside. That'll take price up to the 11,531.50 area in the NQ. That's really a level you're going to want to watch, assuming that I didn't just jinx the so-called putt analogy out there. And so 11,531, if price is able to overtake 11,531, that'll be a real signature of a multi-day rally at a minimum out there, but at least a multi-day rally. So be careful. Now, in the case of the NQ, resistance around 11,324.68, that's the top of its daily profile. We did see price close above it for one 30-minute bar, but then price got back underneath it. So not exactly what the bulls wanted to see, but nonetheless, price is just pulling back and testing Stevie's red line. Now, it's really going to be all about the NQ, not because it's all about the NQ, but because it's all about the NQ. Now, what in the Sam Heck did that mean out there? Well, what it means is the following. If we take a look at the ES Mini and take a look at the 30-minute time frame chart, what we don't have here is the same type of a pattern. We don't have a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. I would really be hard-pressed to put in an A to B equals CD, so I'm not going to do that. But what we do have, so I don't have that valid bottoming signal. We got it in the NQ out there, and since that's been the leader to the downside, that should be enough. But keep your eyes, we will all keep our eyes on the NQ. Inside the ES Mini, prices trading above Stevie's red line. That's currently at about 33.62. This is a bearish structured profile that came in place just as we came on the air at 1 o'clock. You want to watch 33.71, whoever you are. Why? Because if you see the ES Mini close above 33.71, most certainly for two 30-minute consecutive bars, that is telling you that the ES Mini wants to make a rally up to 34.37. Folks, that's nearly 100 points. It's not 100. It's 80 points to the upside. But that would be the target. Watch 33.72. If you see a close below that, combined with what we just looked at with the spot volatility index, and I pose this question to you, what are you going to do about it? I know what I would do about it. Steve Rhodes with TFNN.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's off 328, S&P down 54. We're going to talk about the S&P with John in Philly. John, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you today?
Steve, I am doing very well. You had a good weekend, did you?
I did. Not enough of it, but that goes for pretty much every weekend. So looking forward to the next one.
Excellent. Steve, I wanted to compare notes, see if I can get some input on from you on the S&P, just by way of sharing something I've shared in the Tiger's Den. Any decline, or this decline in the S&P off that 35.88 high on September 2nd, by the way, a new moon and an anniversary of the 1929 top.
Yes.
And the 2000 lower high top. So we've had that this decline off the 35.88 high on that very interesting time mark. Any decline that holds above the June 8th peak, which is 32.33 on the S&P cash. So long as that level holds, my work says there's the possibility, could be a probability that the S&P runs back sometime in the fall to higher highs. That's one parameter that I'm looking at. Mm-hmm. But I also see a scenario in which the whole price action since the January 2018 high, that was down, I think that, what was that level? That was, you know what, I don't even remember what that was. But January 2018, we made a top, and then we had a violent corrective phase, down, up, down, up, down, into January 1st of 19. Sorry about that. Let me not babble on here.
No, you're doing fine. You're doing fine.
In March, with this rally to higher highs, that the bearish scenario I see is that this whole pattern completed a correction of a year and a half into March and completed now the final rally phase of the bull market that's been going on since 2009 up at 35.88. That's not a forecast, but it's a scenario I see.
Sure.
Is there something that your work shows that can tell us that supports that latter scenario, the bearish scenario?
The bearish scenario will begin to be supported when price starts taking out its previous breakout areas. So specifically for the S&P 500, for its daily time frame, there are three price levels to watch. The first one is 33.26.44. The second one is 32.04.13, and the third one is 30.47.83. Now, on that third one of 30.47.83, again, I'm looking at the daily time frame charts, John. If price closes below that, then I don't have any other breakout support. And then that scenario, that would be the scenario that gets us back into the March lows out there. And that's with regard to the S&P 500. At this stage, what we know is that prices held its breakout support, and it's held your level of June 8th, the high out there. So using that as a touch point, which is below the breakout area that I'm looking at. So when I put that together then, along with the spot volatility index chart we looked at during the first segment. John, did you get a chance to see that? I don't know if you did or you didn't.
I did, thank you, yes.
Okay, so then combined with that, what I would anticipate would be at least a two-day rally inside the S&P 500. And if we get that two-day rally, there's a couple of different price targets. The price target on the S&P 500 cash would be its oscillator and change line, and that currently is printing 34.99. We know that as price moves up and down, that number will change, but right now that is the number, or that is the range. Before price would get up to that 3,500 level, there's a brand new weekly profile that is formed. So this may assist us in being able to evaluate that. The new weekly profile, now on this new weekly profile that I'm using, John, on these charts here, I'm using my synthetic version of the charts out here. So sometimes the numbers are off a bit from the September contract that's rolling over into December here. But what we can look at is, if you look at it on my screen and we pay attention to the print there, what this shows us is a let's see, so we got price at 33.70. Is this where price is trading right now? Yeah, okay. So at this stage here, what the ES Mini has, John, is real resistance at 34.28, and we're at 33.69. I would expect or anticipate that because this is a bearish structured profile, if we see this two-day rally, price doesn't close above on a weekly basis 34.28, then the next area of support on a TAS market profile level is going to be in the 32.29 area. So we've got some numbers, some key levels of where the game is being played that you and I can monitor, day by day, week by week. As you say, it's not a did you say it's not a forecast or a projection necessarily, but it's something that you're anticipating. So the cool thing to add to that anticipation is where's the game currently being played daily, weekly, monthly with regard to profile levels. And so it's nice that we've got this new bearish structured weekly profile, because if price were to close above that 34.28 on Friday, which I won't be here for the rest of the week, I'll do a show tomorrow, folks, from 8 to 8:30, and that's it for the week. But you can watch at the end of the week. If price above 34.28, then your scenario of price actually running higher, although that's not your primary focus right now, then that would be its message, or at least it would say, hey, I want to go back and retest those highs out there. So that's what I see. What questions does this pose to you on any of these charts? What other information can I share with you?
Yes, thanks. Thank you for sharing that. The follow-up question is this, Steve. The first chart you showed, which was the TD9 count breakout price levels on your daily chart, you showed three of them.
Yes.
33-something, 32-something, and 30-40, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Standalone basis, you've got three of those. Is any one of those three more pivotal than another, at least according to the way you use them, please?
No, because for me, I guess I don't look at it that way. So the answer is no. Is there a level that is just more pivotal, so to speak? I'd have to go back to the monthly time frame chart. And on the S&P 500, that breakout level is 2245, which is basically the lows of March of 2020. Yeah, price dipped down below it, but by the end of the month, price was above it, and that's a real key breakout area, 2245 for the cash. On a weekly time frame, the breakout level exists at 3115. So those would be the longer term areas. And right now, in the ES Mini, it's got a TD9 count, but on the weekly chart, price is still trading above Stevie's green line. So the intermediate term time frame for the S&P, it's actually still bullish. Hey, John, we're about to go to a break. You can feel free to hold on through the break if you'd like, and we can finish it up. And if not, thanks for calling and have a great day.
I'll sign off. Thanks so much.
You bet. That was John in Philly. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back. Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that will take you step-by-step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 360, S&P 59. Let's go to some of our questions by email. The first one coming in from Mike in New Hampshire. Mike writes in, he wants to take a look at ticker symbol here, XAUMF. Come on. Let's type this in here. XAUMF. There we go. Which is gold money. Gold money Inc. out here currently trading at $2.10. You can see where price is trading in relationship to its profiles within the daily, above the weekly, and above the monthly. What's that mean? It means it's really consolidating with inside the daily profiles, bullish for the weekly and the monthly time frame, short of some type of topping pattern. Okay, so we've got that. Mike writes in, he says, could you please review TAS levels? All right, we just did that. So you've got the daily, weekly, monthly. Would you consider August 4th to be a breakout day on the daily chart, even though I cannot find a recent TD9 confirmation? Hoping to go long someday, no rush. So you're asking about a breakout candle on August the 4th, and that takes us back to right here. Yeah, that's certainly a sign of a breakout. You have accelerated volume, wide price spread coming off of a bottom. So absolutely. But let's go take a look at our other charts, because the cool thing is what I've learned over time is, hey, was the breakout on August the 4th? Or was the breakout really on August the 3rd? And then there's a swing point all the way back at July 31st. So what should be the level where the breakout exists, right? I mean, that's really the question, Mike. And so what I like to do is have an objective way to be able to measure that, and that's where the TD9 count pattern comes in. You mentioned that during your question. TD9 support is $1.15. So, yeah, the areas you looked at are a breakout level, but where's the real breakout level with regard to XAUMF? It's $1.15, and you're saying you want to go long someday, but no rush. Well, price is trading below Stevie's green line with inside consolidating with inside the daily profile, so it's just a consolidation pattern. A break of 195, a close below 195 would then signal, okay, price wants to move lower out there. On the weekly time frame, I don't have any kind of a topping scenario. Price above Stevie's green line, the top of its profiles. So this may, in fact, want to continue to move higher. On a monthly time frame, what do I have out here for this? I don't have really anything that's going to help us. So with regard to the daily time frame, yes, is the answer to your question with regard to the August 4th candle. You could use that, but is that the real breakout or not? And I don't know the answer. I covered that. $1.15 is a number that I would be looking at, Mike, since you're looking at it from a long-term perspective. Hope that helps you out. Thanks so much for waiting, and thank you for writing in. Our next question, this comes in from, looks like maybe this is Vicky. And this is says, I'm long CWH. Your thoughts? Let's go see what the chart's thoughts are. So CWH is Charles Robbins. Oh, Camping World. Camping World Holdings. Okay. So in the case of Camping World Holdings, price is trading up into resistance. That's the top of its daily profile, 35.32. If price can close above 35.32, likely price will run up to 40.44. That's the top of its weekly profile. 37.16 to 41.34 is the resistance level on the monthly time frame. Your question is, you say I'm long CWH. Your thoughts? The thoughts are price has got to clear 35.32 to give you that next move up into that 37 to 40-ish range out there. Let me pull over my other charts, see what Camping World has in store for us on its daily time frame. This had a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. Support on this is 26.09, but price is now above Stevie's green line. So if price can close above the top of that daily box at 35.32, that's a signal that will make a run for those higher levels out there on the daily time frame. It could be the most recent high from back on August the 5th. On a weekly time frame here for Camping World, as we take a look at its patterns, what do we have? Well, we got a TD9 count top. Push price right back to the support level, which is its bullish structured profile, 28.15. It did that last week. That's where you would anticipate price would find support. And if it didn't, you would be looking at 24.05 or 20.57. Well, price is also above Stevie's weekly green line. It is only Tuesday. We still have 4 more days or 3.5 more days to go. But at this stage of the game, CWH is telling you it wants to go make a run for that 40.44 level. So you've got to watch the daily top of its profile. On the monthly time frame out here, I don't have anything else for you. I don't have anything negative, but I really don't have a whole lot of additional information to assist you with where CWH is headed. But right now, it does look like it's if it can take out 35.32, you should get an additional run up into that 40 level. So I hope that helps you out. We got Bill. He writes in. He says, hey, Steve, will Amazon Netflix bounce for a few days? Thanks, Bill. Well, I answered that question, right? I didn't specifically answer it about Netflix and Amazon, I mentioned it with regard to what I would anticipate in the market. So I'm assuming that if the markets are going to bounce for 2 days or more, that so too would Amazon and Netflix. But let's not reach that conclusion so fast, because that's not really how it has to work. So let's go take a look at Stevie's other charts out here, and let's start by taking a look at Amazon. Of course, I will do that when my chart system allows me to do that. Oh, you're kidding me. What did you just do? Now, when I'm really talking to myself, but you don't see what's going on my other screens out here, and so I am trying to figure out what the heck did I just do. Now, let's see. Okay, let's see if this will pull over. Okay, there we go. So now we got Amazon. I shouldn't have done it on this chart here because I've got, if you look at the bottom, all of those time frames. The system has to do its calculations before it will release the entire worksheet to me. Okay, you didn't even need to know that. Here's what we know about Amazon. Amazon, I don't have any kind of real topping signal. Doesn't really matter. Price is busted through support. What's the support level busted through? 32.59.50. It did that on Friday. It's trading below today. As long as Amazon remains below that, well, Bill, what we could see is price run back and test its breakout level of support. That is 29.96. Hasn't done that. If I take a look at the weekly time frame here for Amazon, what do we know? Well, this did form a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top last week. What has price done today? Well, price has bounced up, tested Stevie's green line and the top of its profile, and that's at 32.53. That's the key level to be watching this week. If price remains below that, well, this is saying that over time what Amazon wants to do is move lower out there. On a monthly time frame, well, the month is not over. It's just the beginning of September, the early part, but it's got a TD9 count and a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top to suggest that longer term price would be pulling back to 27.65. So to answer your question, no. Do I have a pattern on a daily time frame chart or any time frame chart for Amazon to suggest that it's going to bounce for the next couple of days? I have the market signal. I don't have the signal here for Amazon. You also asked about Netflix, so let's go take a look at Netflix. I won't change that here. I'll pull over the other charts to take a look at it because it won't have to go through all those calculations. But in the case of Netflix, that was a slow way to get there. What do we know about it? Well, if we take a look at Netflix, a similar pattern scenario to what did we just look at before? Amazon. Price here, we can see the TD9 count top, bar number 8. This also generated a few days ago Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. So it's really, Netflix is telling you, man, up at those highs in the 560-ish area, the sellers are sitting out there. But what sellers have only been able to do so far, Bill, is push price back to support. And that's the bullish structured profile, 489.75. Price is neutral right now. It's in between support, 489.75, resistance, 527, and change up there. If either sides break, tells you where price is headed to, higher or lower. So we'll make Stevie's green line the number to watch tomorrow, the next day, 527.56. 454, even Steven, is your key level of support. TD9 breakout on Netflix. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow was off 307, S&P 52, NASDAQ down 348. So let's go dive down into the short-term time frame charts for each of the equity futures contracts. This way you'll know what to be focused on over the course of the next several hours, next couple of days out here. Again, I will be recording the first half hour of the show tomorrow from 8 to 8:30, and then I'm off for the rest of the week out there. We'll return the following Monday out here. Here is the Russell 2000. This is a 30-minute time frame chart for the Russell 2000. Now, do I have a valid bottoming signal like an A to B equals CD? I don't. I mean, I probably could make one. I don't want to really I don't want to have to force anything. I don't have the pattern really was being powered this morning by the NQ out there. So we covered that. We'll pull it back up on our screen so you can take a look at it. What's important about the Russell 2000 is that price right now is taking on its TD9 breakdown level. So if this is just a counter trend rally, and that's during this bar right now, it's only 143. This bar completes at 2 p.m. If you see price close above 1528.60 at 2 p.m., price will be signaling to you in the Russell 2000, okay, one of the week indices out here, that it's got a change in trend signal. Being able to close back above a breakdown area says, hey, I've got more rally. Now, the more rally inside the Russell 2000, once you close above one level, you tend to gravitate towards another. That magnetic pull would take price up to 1550.60. Doesn't mean it has to stop there. Just means that becomes the next price target. 1528.60. Need to see it close above that at 2 o'clock or 2:30 or 3 o'clock. And whichever bar, if that happens out there, you'd like to see a second consecutive bar confirming that it was not a false breakout. So that's what's going on as we speak right now inside the Russell 2000. And I think that will be helpful to you in making your short-term decisions, whoever you are. If we take a look at the Dow Equity Future contract out here, very much like the ES, very much like the Russell 2000, I can't give you can't provide you a valid bottoming pattern per se, but what do we know? Prices above Stevie's red line, that's 27,714. You tell me, where is the Dow Equity Future contract headed to? What's the price? What's the next area? This is a game out here. This is a game of understanding where buyers and sellers are. And it is an easy game if we go ahead and we put these tools on our charts. It is like you have a competitive advantage that the majority of people don't. The majority of people would not be able to say, hey, that's easy, Steve-O. Price is headed to 27,865. That's the top of its bullish structured 30-minute profile in the Dow Equity Future contract. Well, it's only in bar number 3 as we speak during this half-hour bar here. So if price is able to close above 27,865, where would it head to next? Very simple, where it had broken down. 27,963. And if you see a close above 27,963, where will price head to? Its next breakdown level. And that's at about the 28,324 level out here. One step at a time. The next step is going to be 27,865. The step after that is 27,963. Those would be the areas to watch to the upside. Downside, don't really have any areas for you to watch on the 30-minute time frame charts for the downside. We go look at the daily time frame, and then we would look at those daily breakout levels. If we go take a look at the ES Mini, I don't recall if we did this. I think we did with John out here, but just a real, again, briefly right now, 146, prices above the top of its bearish structured 30-minute profile, 3371. If you close above a bearish structured profile, yeah, same rules apply. You want to see 2 consecutive closes, but because of bearish structured profile, man, just closing one bar, closing above that is a pretty good signal that it wants to make a run higher. Now, in the case of the ES Mini, its next run higher is 3427. It's quite a ways from where we're trading right now at the 3373 level. Again, watch 3371 as we come into that 2 o'clock close. And if you get another confirmation with a close above that at 2:30, it's kind of written in the cards with regard to what the market wants to do. And maybe the VIX is not going to miss that putt, like it hasn't missed that putt over the last 3 years out there. In the case of the NQ out here, the NQ very likely making an A to B equals CD to the upside. That should take it up to the 11,531 area. But its next level of resistance still is going to be the 11,324 area. But price is staying above Stevie's green line. So the NQ, even though it's weak, in the indices, it's still looking pretty good. Now, you've got 8 instruments that make up over 50%, or 9 instruments make up 50% or more of the NDX 100. What are they doing? Excellent question. Thanks for asking. Well, if you take a look at Microsoft, it's pulled right back to its breakout level, 207.51. Prices trade at 206.98. So prices made its way back to breakout. Is it going to hold? So far, it's been holding based on what we just looked at inside the NQ, the ES, the Russell. Pretty good chance that it will hold, but not a guarantee. If we take a look at Apple, what has it done? It's pulled back to its breakout level. It did that on Friday, 113.05. You've got a little bit of a higher low today. Price likely bounces to 124, 125, or 127. Those are the bottom center of the profile. And then you've got Stevie's green line was the last one at 127.83. Support has held. Prices pulled back to support and has held. We already took a look at Amazon, so no reason to go there. Let's go look at Google as the next instrument. Google pulling back to what? TD9 support, 1538.20. So you've got the key first 4 instruments that make up a substantial portion of the weighted QQQ. Each of them have pulled back and have tested support, and support is held. Facebook, did we take a look at that? I don't recall. If not, if we did, my apology. But all Facebook has done is pulled back. It's got a TD9 count top, but price just pulled back to the top of its daily profile, 274. Nothing broken here. What would be broken? Would be a close below 259.26. It's not there. So you've got now the top 5, top 6 holdings inside of the NDX 100. Is anything broken at this stage of the game? The answer is no, it's not. Tesla, granted, trading below the bottom of its bullish structured profile out there, maybe headed to 287, very likely headed to 287. That is its breakout level. That is on Tesla. Has anything broken there? No, big decline, but price could just pull back to support, which is a long way down. What about NVIDIA as we close out the 8 instruments out here? Hasn't made its way back to support. That would be at 438.33 out here. Bounce, 531, 519, 511. If we go take a look at the Adobe would be the last one, I believe, to round it out. You've got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, but price has not made its way back to support or busted through support. That's at 444.43. So the instruments that make up the majority of the NDX 100 at this stage of the game, they're saying, hey, not so fast. Nothing broken. Just a significant pullback towards or to its TD9 breakout level. Those would actually be buy areas in a bull market. Are we in a bull market? I'll let you know when I get back next week out here. But we may be. Yeah, the answer is yes, we still are. We still are. However, this could turn, and this could turn quickly. So we'll just watch what transpires over the next couple of days out here. But you should anticipate at least a couple-day rally, and we've taken a look at the numbers to be focused on and paying attention to. Here's our quad system for our daily time frame for the TAS market profiles. Nothing new out here. Resistance in the ES Mini 34.71, in the NQ 11.841, in the Dow 27.997, and in the Russell 2000 15.60. Steve Rhodes with TFNN will be back to wrap up the day's trading. Well, the intraday trading.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. So we didn't get any questions about Goldilocks. Let's go take a look at gold, see what's going on here. So we're taking a look at the December contract. That's going to be panel number 2 from your left out here. And let me just kind of depopulate this just a tad. Let me get rid of the A to B equals CD. So we're looking at panel number 2. Now, these TAS market profiles, they're so helpful to you. They're as I was saying, I mean, this is like giving you a competitive edge that many people don't have. But you do have it. You've got it here, and you get it throughout the newsletter because I provide you with all the profile information so to assist you with understanding what the markets are communicating to you. Here you'll see a bullish structured profile. That is at 1920. We know that today the low out here was 1911.70. Price has rejected that. Price is slightly above the center of its bullish structured profile. Odds favor price running up to the top of the profile, or it's descending trend line towards the 1978 level. If we look at the 30-minute time frame chart out here, what is it signaling to us? Well, we can see a nice little TD9 count bottom that formed out here. That happened at 8 o'clock. Price right now is above its TD9 breakout levels. They were at 1938.90, 1939.20. This is suggesting higher price. That higher price, well, we'll just simply come back to the daily time frame and say the 1978-ish type area. If we take a look at silver, silver didn't get down and test any level of support, which is much further to the downside out here. Maybe that's where price is headed to, and that would be in the 24.30 to 24.94 level. Both gold and silver, what they have to do, like any instrument, if they're going to move higher, is they have to take out resistance. Well, we've got the profiles. We also have Stevie's green line. So in the case of Goldilocks, it's 1970. You can see that the oscillator and change line has acted as resistance for the last several weeks out here. No reason to think that it won't do the same this time around. Folks, thanks so much for being here again. Tomorrow, I will record the show from 8 to 8:30. Please join us live. And then off for the rest of the week, and I'll be back with you the following Monday. So have a terrific Tuesday, folks. We'll look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.